Welcome to Scene Invaders. You got Dan, Xander, and Felicia here. And today we're talking Foundation, Season 3, Episode 2, Shadows in the Math. Now, before we get into it, welcome everyone. I need to address two things. First off, we had someone in the comment section said that they disliked the recasting of Pelu Aspak being the mule, and therefore, since we said we like it, they will no longer watch our videos. So that blows my that blows my mind. How you could dislike first off, how you could dislike the casting. Second off, because we like it, you're done. He's great at the mule.
This is directly to that commenter. I know you watching this video, bitch. I know you're back for more because it's so good. Just leave a comment and say, I'm so sorry. I know you guys were right because we're always right. Go watch our From videos. You'll see how right we are. Okay, thank
100%. Good message.
He's great at the mule.
He's
so
amazing.
good.
He's so
He's
good.
so
And I
good.
saw that comment as well, and it pissed me off. I was going to send it to you before, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to piss Dan off today.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I
was like, what the fuck does that mean?
So they're probably not watching. They said they're done watching our videos, but whatever.
What?
I
No,
love
they're
the
watching.
casting.
They're watching. They're watching.
I think the mule does a great job. I think Pelu does a great job as the mule. This episode is his scenes are haunting. We'll get into it. Second off, Xander, your theory about Empire and Foundation joining forces and working together to stop the mule not only looks to be true, it looks like they've been talking. Did you get that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I told you,
Okay.
we're always right.
See? Always
Even
right.
when I'm wrong, I'm right. It's crazy.
I agree.
Ask
I
my
agree.
fiance.
Fiance.
Just got
by the
engaged.
way.
Just got engaged.
I did.
Congratulations. But
Thank
to
you.
the females that think he's attractive, he's single. Okay. So let's
Yes.
go on.
I was going to say, like, move on, but.
No. He's single and you can get him if you comment. Yeah.
100%. You got to keep commenting under every single
trying.
video and subscribe
trying.
and join the Discord, and then you'll get
join
there.
Discord.
Hit that join button. There's a non-zero chance you could get my phone number.
There you go. All right, let's get into it. So it starts off with good old Gail. So Gail woke up at the end of last episode and she's like, all right, the mule's here. Shit, I don't know what to do. So we find out what's been going on the past 151 years that she's been asleep. And we see that she has woken up a bunch of times in this time span. And let's just talk about it right now. Harry dies again. Where did he die? Where did he go? What happened with that?
I think he's gone, right?
No, he's
Or
coming
what does
back.
Daniel think? He's shaking his head.
He's coming back for sure. If you don't see someone die, you don't see their dead body, and you don't get the moment of like,
Okay.
oh, they're dead. He's coming back.
Now,
He's
that is
old
the
as
rules
shit,
of
though.
TV. That's the rules of TV. And doesn't he have like multiple, forgive me if I'm wrong, like consciousnesses?
He has
That's the right
two
word.
right now. So,
Okay.
like, he's got the one that's in the Prime Radiant that's chilling on New
That's always
Foundation.
gonna be there. That's always
Mhm.
going to be
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
But I think there'll be some fuckery. I don't know. Something's going on. And I thought that was the Prime Radiant talking to him, the woman later in the episode. But I kind of, when we get there, we'll talk about it. But I don't know what that is now. I think it might be like aliens or something. So
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He goes somewhere, he gets transported. But before that, so we see what happens. All right. They're awoken from cryo sleep by the first speaker, whose name is Alice. She ends up dying in this episode because of how much time has passed. And so they're in and out of cryo sleep for years.
Yeah.
So they're awoken annually for weeks, and we see this process going in and out, and we see them talking. Basically, they're preparing for the third crisis and the mule's arrival. Harry is teaching psychohistory to the Mentalics, and Gal is trying to train them to use their psychic powers to combat the mule, even though we know that she's going to do the heavy lifting once that comes to fruition. So we see that time's not on their side, and if everything isn't perfectly aligned, their plan could collapse, and he's very worried about the mule. Anytime he comes up, he goes, we have time, but not that much time. You guys notice that? He's always
Yeah.
like, we're good, but we're not good at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit it. So that he comes to the realization that one of them is going to have to stay awake to plan, and he realizes that Gal is needed for the fight against the mule when that time comes. So he sacrifices his time which is all he's got left, really, to stay awake and prepare and also build statues. That's what Harry does during that.
Yes, and build statues.
Became
Yeah.
a great sculptor. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
He did. He was very
honestly.
talented. He had a lot of time to learn though. So
The
he
one,
was
the one he
bored.
made for himself, was especially. It was like
Yeah,
the
it was.
Jesus statue in Brazil. So, what do you guys think about what I just said?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. I can't imagine I would do anything like to put her in the sleep instead of himself. Because, like you said, like she's more valuable in a way than he is. But I do have something to say about in the beginning that we talked about when Harry
Nice.
doesn't
Hold
tell
on.
her that he's going to be gone, and he kind of just leaves her hanging.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
kind of like that. I like how this show
Did you?
uses time as like a plot device. It affects the
yeah,
characters, and it'd be so easy to just be like, oh, like Gale and Harry live forever. They when the plot needs them to, they're always around. But I kind of like how it's like Harry had to make a sacrifice of like, okay, well, I'm giving up my time and like not seeing the future that I want to see because he's like the one not really creating it, but he has like the most involved. I
Yeah.
guess he's the most involved. But yeah, I really enjoyed that whole sequence of events. I like how, I don't know, it's like a very sci-fi-ish thing to be like, we got cryo sleep, so like how do we use cryo sleep in the story? And it's just so interesting to me that like we can stretch our character for 300 years and she will not age. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's like a
It's
pretty
insane,
nifty.
right?
It's cool. It's cool. It's like it's a cool plot device that I really enjoy. And it's kind of a crutch, so I hope they don't end up using it again at the end of the season because it seems like the end of every season, Gail's like, "Bye, I'm gonna go to sleep
Going
now."
back,
So
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
but we'll see.
that's why sci-fi is my favorite genre because there's always something. There's some new storytelling device that I find to be super interesting, and it's like the sky's the limit, literally in sci-fi. Like you can just make
yeah,
up anything you want, and as long as it's not too far fetched, you're like, okay, I can go with this. So yeah, that's what happens. Fast forward 148 years, and Gale is awoken to find Harry near death. Age wise, super old, and they talk, and he doesn't tell her that he's going away. We don't know where he went, but he went through some kind of portal.
It was a wormhole. It was
Yeah.
the same kind of thing that the jump ships and the spacers open up, and there's like the ports that you see that Empire is using now. But that's why I was thinking like this the thing that I thought was the Prime Radiant, that there's the thing talking to Harry, it's like some kind of sentient being because when they walk through, Harry's like, yeah, what's her name? Salvo last season was like, hey, Harry, like we need someone with skin in the game, blah, blah, blah. And like Harry was like, why is that me? And she was like, well, because we need you, or she says us or we or something along those lines as they walk through. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is like a group of people that is helping Harry. Maybe they have the technology to bring him back to life and like put his consciousness in a body. There's some freaky shit going on. So I'm excited for that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So I really like the addition of Troy Kotzer, the Academy Award winning actor from Coda. He plays Preem, the new first speaker, since the other one died because so much time has passed. And now she has to learn sign languages. And he tells her about everything that's been going on in the time she's been gone. While Harry and Gale were talking, he lets her know that there are 5 more crises to face after the mule. So even if they get through him, there's still so much shit they got to deal with. So that's just horrible to realize that information. And he steps through a portal with Callie. So now, after Harry is gone, Gale sees that she's by herself with the second foundation, with Preem, the man she just met, Troy Kotzer, and she has to go at it alone without Harry's help. So that sucks, but also at the same time, I'm sure he did a lot in the time that he was awake. He wasn't awake the whole 148 years that she was gone for, but he was awake for a lot of the time, enough to age himself to near death, and he had to leave her without saying goodbye. He even said he couldn't say goodbye. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. I was going to ask
Sorry.
you guys, do you think that was unfair for Gail? Because I kind of do. I feel like she just woke up from 148 years and just took in like over a century's worth of information. And then
Yeah.
he just kind of left her and she didn't get to, have the opportunity to say what she wanted to say or ask what she wanted to ask. He was kind of just like, because he was too like afraid or scared. It's like
Yeah.
I understand him, but it does suck for Gale.
They didn't even talk for that long. So
I think it's kind of like the beauty of Harry's character to me, though, is that he's so unplugged. It's like his one fault is that he can't do the human relation thing. And it has like, if you watch his backstory in season 2 is so beautiful when he like has his wife and he falls in love and she's pregnant and then he loses her. And that's kind of like the moment you see where he decided he's like, math is my only friend. I'm chilling over here. So it fits the character for me. Like you wish that he'd get a little growth, now that he's old, but I kind of like, I disliked it because you want to see him give Gale that moment, but I also liked it because Harry gonna be Harrying.
all right, let's talk about the mule on Calgon. Terrifying performance by Pelu. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he's flexing his powers. His control is wild. It's like he's after power, he's after loyalty, and he seems unstoppable. I mean, obviously Gale, I think, is going to be strong enough to stop him, but this guy is for real, you know?
100%. Yeah, sorry, I was gonna say he scared the shit out of me in that scene. Honestly, my heart was pounding. I'm like, no, he is not gonna do this to this little girl. They didn't even show it because I don't even think they can. Like her with the actual weapon or whatever. Like I was so scared. And then the lady screamed out, and I was like, honestly, I might do the same. Like, who can really sit there and watch this poor little child like harm herself? Yeah, it was crazy.
I kind of liked. I like that he can't control everyone though. It's a cool moment where you learn that it costs him a lot to, like, if you wanted to control a whole room of people, it's like pretty taxing on him. So for him to be like, I actually get loyalty by just showing you that I could make you do whatever the fuck I want, and then you can like fall in line on your own, which kind of makes him even more scary. Because if he's just like omnipotent and can do whatever he wants, it's like how do you even do anything about that? But yeah, that scene was so good.
Yeah,
it was a very good scene. Yeah,
he says you will all learn to love me. It's gonna happen. So that's what he says, and he's planning on having a huge party, and that's where he's gonna try and dominate the galaxy's elite type of people. And there's a really interesting thing with Han that's going to happen probably next episode that we're going to talk about right now. So we meet newlyweds Toron and Beta, and they are both very good looking. And descendants of Hober Mallow, and they are just chilling. The mule's ship, Blacktongue, it gets in their way of the sun, and they're not too happy about that. Right?
Yeah, are they like space TikTokers?
I think
what that
so.
was?
Space influencers.
That's like pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what it seems like. So yeah, they're chilling, and they're like, just move over. We can't really move the ship. Sorry. So then they go inside, and then Han goes on their ship, and he goes, "Hey guys, I have a job for you. So you're invited to this party. I'm coming with." So that's going to be really interesting to see when that happens. Because Han, man, I'm worried for the guy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried for the guy because he wants to learn info on the mule. He called him a mutant, and he wants proof or whatever so he can get backing on this. But dude, you can't do shit by yourself. Like I'm interested to see that scene play out when he gets near the mule. What are you gonna do? Is it just strictly intel he's after? Because if you plan to do anything, you're dead. So
yeah, I'd like to think he's smart enough not to do anything, and it is just intel, like you said. But also, it's a TV show, so who knows what's going to happen? Because the mule is very smart himself. So
yeah, it's a spy mission. He's going to be on a spy mission with space TikTokers, as Xander said. And it's true. So
and he really needs just proof that he's a metallic, right? Because I think that the whole galaxy still doesn't know that that's even a thing.
Yeah.
So he's trying to prove like, hey, this is probably a thing we should pay attention to, guys. If this guy can control people's brains, which I don't know how you get that proof without him finding out. So it'll be an interesting episode next week when they're together. Yeah,
I'm super interested for the scene, like particularly that scene, with the TikTokers and with Han, and to see what he does. What is the proof he needs? Like, what is enough?
I've watched the trailer. I know he's still kicking around later on, I think, unless there's flashbacks. Fingers crossed.
Let's talk about the Cleons on Trantor. So the Empire we know is a mess. They're dealing with finding out everything could be done in 4 months. Dusk is worried about getting turned into a pile of ash, so he's trying to stretch things out. But Demerzel's like, time, baby. I'm on your ass. It's gonna
Man,
happen.
every
Whether you
time
like
she
it or not.
speaks, it's like fire shooting through the fucking screen. I don't know if they
Right?
have like a different writer for Demerzel, but every time she talks, I'm like, oh my god, that's like
Amazing.
perfect. Oh, she's
Yeah.
so
Are you
good. She's
are
like,
you
if there,
saying the one line? Because if no one says
the
it, we have to say it.
I am the clock for every Cleon's life, and the time I keep is exact.
What? Like
you're
she
like,
said that, and I was like,
"Whoa,
what?
bitch."
I'm like, what from a robot? I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, she got him. She caught it. It's so
So good.
I am
So
on
good.
your ass. That's what she said. And
Yeah.
Day, brother Day, Lee Pace, he's still, well, actually, he went further. He's doing more drugs. He's gambling. And
Man,
he's just,
his scene gambling, I was like, yo, this is the best version of Day. And he's just like chilling on that guy's
Love
shoulder. And
it.
he's like, you should try this stuff, man. And he's
It's
like,
just like-
no. And he's like, good for you. Good for you. This stuff will kill you, man.
Yeah, and then
Like,
that
yo,
man
yeah.
had to say the most heartbreaking thing of all time, that what, his daughter has like a year left to live. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
And
need
it
that.
was-
Why'd they put that in there?
Such a good moment when he decides, like, you see him slip a card out of his sleeve. And I was like, okay, he's playing them. He's going to win. But then
That's
he
what I
plays
thought.
to lose so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy can take his money to help his daughter. And I was like, damn, yo, this is the best day. He's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Think about that. You're cheating to help this guy. That's,
Yeah.
it's, so he don't give a fuck right now. He
Good
doesn't
guy
wanna-
Day. Yeah.
Good guy Day. He doesn't want to go to Dawn's ascension ceremony. Wants nothing to do with that. Like I said, Dusk is trying to extend shit. Not going to happen. Demerzel's on his ass. And Dawn, we talked a little bit about it earlier. He's stepping up, but he's got a secret. He's in contact with Gale. So there's a potential alliance. Not potential. It's definitely going to happen.
Absolutely,
An
yeah.
alliance
Yeah.
is definitely going to happen between Empire and the Second Foundation to face the Mule. And he also has a Death Star. Okay.
Dude, that Death Star design is the coolest shit I've ever seen. I was a little iffy. I'm like, hey, like, I'm a big science nerd, and I'm like, that's not what a black hole looks like, but please continue. And like, they just feed it photons and then shoot a laser out of it. That was
Crazy.
so sick, man.
know.
And there's also one thing I wanted to touch on. It's like a really small thing, but I really like how like when Dusk goes to see Day, or like later on in the episode, like before the black hole stuff, and he's like, hey man, remember when we realized that we're all declining faster and faster? Because like the Cleons in season 1, you realize that they've been like messed with. I was like, yo, this is actually kind of cool that like each like cycle of them is getting shorter, and there was a day that was like, oh, we're like falling apart, we need to shorten this lifespan and like start xing ourselves out of this equation even earlier. Like, damn, dude, like there's such like there's parts of me that despises how far the show jumps when there's like huge time jumps, but they do it so well, and they just like sprinkle in enough that I'm like, I know what happened, and it feels so natural, that conversation, man. And like, you can feel it in the way they converse with each other, like Day and Dusk. If you watch season 1, they're so proper, and it almost feels like watching Shakespeare with like the vocabulary they use and how they address each other. And then this season, they're kind of just like, hey man, what's up? This sucks, hey? You're like, oh, you guys are truly like slipping. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, I actually liked the part in their conversation when Day says to him like that they're ragdolls dressed up as kings, and then he like hurts himself, and then he splats the blood in his eyes. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
like why?
So
I love that
good.
shit. Like,
That's
it's so
good.
good.
Yeah.
I love
He's,
it.
Yeah.
he's good. I love the acting all around, but yeah, Dave.
Lee Pace.
Lee Pace is great. Yeah.
Lee
he's
Pace is a
fantastic.
king, man. Oh God,
Literally,
he's
yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Really, really shining in this season. So, all right. If you guys are new here, what we like to do is we take your comments and we like to make theory videos about them. So get your comments in. I have a couple things I want to focus on. All right. Harry's sacrifice. So talk about Harry. What do you think he's doing? What is his plan for Gale? Like, what do you think he's up to? There's a lot of shit that went down with Harry that we didn't see. So what do you think? The Navacula, the Death Star. What do you guys think about that? What's going to be used for? And his allegiance with Gale. What do you guys think about that? And then the Mule. He's super powerful. So theories on that. There are a couple things I want to talk about. So if you got those theories, get them in. We'll make a video just on your comments, and we'll talk about it. So, final thoughts for you guys. Felicia, I know you have a theory.
Okay, so I have a theory about the mule. All right, now it's a little out there. Don't judge me, but I feel like the mule we see now, what if it's actually not the actual mule? Like, because he's so powerful and controlled brains, like, what if he's like using someone else's body and is like hiding somewhere safe? So that if this mule ever got like physically harmed, you know, he'd still be good.
I would be upset
good
just because I love
theory.
the actor so much. I love the actor so much.
Me
so I'd be upset.
too. Me
Yeah,
too.
but it's possible.
I
It's
just feel like
possible,
it's a
you
smart
know.
way to protect yourself.
It definitely
It could be
is.
something like that happens in season 2 when that other Mentalic, the one that messes with Gale and Harry, I can't remember her name right now, but she like switches bodies. Could be like something like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid.
Good theory.
Yeah.
Thought. Yeah, let me know what you guys think.
I have a theory as well, and then I have final thoughts. I think Harry is going off to make a big sacrifice, probably because one of the lines that the mathematician woman figment of his imagination, I don't really know what she is, but she's like, hey, you know, there is dignity in just dying here. And he's like, nah, bro. Can you bring me back to life? No? Okay, let's go. So I think there's something along the lines of like a big sacrifice that he's gonna do, which is exciting. I really enjoy I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays Harry Seldon, he's just so good. And I like that they're finding a way to make him stick around. So I enjoy that. And then thoughts on the episode. Dude, I love this damn show. Like season 1 was like start and stop for me, but it kept me in enough with like its ideas and the visuals. Season 2, it was like, okay, the ball's rolling. This is pretty good. You're fixing the issues. And season 3, like, no offense, Salvo Hardin is gone. I don't know if anybody liked her as a character. I'm sorry if you did. I did not. And she's gone. And this show is so much better for it. My God. It's like all cylinders are firing this season. Dude, the Rising Dawn, who's like going into being Day, that kid is so good at acting, and him this season, he's got so much presence. And it's just like pulling it for me. I'm excited to see where the season goes, and I really hope that they can finish out this show. I got to see this whole story play out. It's just too good.
That would not be fair to not see it play out. So, okay, that's our thoughts. Now it's your turn. Get those comments in, and we will make a video as soon as we get enough comments. So go crazy. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Later.
Peace.
Oh, I have a fun fact. I know sign language.
Right.